looks like we have a few people joining us, so feel free to chime in with some questions and comments. We have a few people here already, and Sassy X asked me, what instrument am I playing? That is a great question. This is, I wonder if anyone knows the answer before I give it away. It is a saxophone, right? But it's a special kind of saxophone. There's 4 main members of the saxophone family. Right, Nightmare Child got the right answer. It's a soprano sax. Soprano sax is the highest of the 4 main types of saxophones. So this is one of my favorite instruments to play. It's actually in the same key as a tenor sax, so you can play the same notes as tenor sax on soprano sax. And it's a lot of fun. We'll talk more about soprano sax later. So as more and more folks are joining us here, my live stream is a little bit later than normal today. It's 6:30 here on the East Coast of the United States, and I've had some busy weekends. One of the first things I wanted to talk to you about is why I haven't had live streams the past couple weeks. Of course, 2 weeks ago was Easter Sunday, so we took the holiday off, and last week I had a really busy week. It's concert season. I had a concert on Saturday last week and a concert on Sunday last week, so I wasn't able to do my live stream. So speaking of concerts, one thing I wanted to ask you guys about is it's concert season. A lot of us are getting ready to play concerts with our school bands. So as you're watching the live stream today, let me know if you have a concert coming up, and let me know what kind of songs you guys are playing at your concerts, because I'd like to hear that. I will do a couple shout outs. Why not? Luis, I'm giving you a shout out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comment. Please share my live stream and my channel with your friends, and we'd like to have a lot of people joining us for our live stream times here. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I already talked about concert season, so let me know if you guys have any cool songs you're playing for your concerts. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, as many of you have seen, I'm getting pretty close to 100,000 subscribers. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to be having 100,000 subscribers, probably, I hope, if things continue to roll on, I hope to have 100,000 subscribers probably by the end of May. So that's going to be pretty awesome. But what I want to know from you guys is what special thing, I need some ideas of something cool I can do on my channel to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. So leave your ideas in the chat, but also leave your ideas in the comments of this video, because after the live stream is over, the chat comments go away. So leave your comments in leave your suggestions in the comments of this video, so I can check them all out, and I want to pick something really fun to do for my 100,000 subscriber mark, which is going to come hopefully pretty soon. So thanks to all you guys who are subscribing and sharing my channel with your friends. I really appreciate it. It's very exciting to hit that 100,000 mark. I have some people commenting on their concerts. Wedgwood March from Liam. Trevor has a concert on May 11th. Let's see, who else is commenting about their concerts? Gather all the instruments and make a cake. Someone suggested for 100,000 subscribers. I'll make a cake. Okay. Kraft Granger said, play 100,000 notes as fast as you can. Wow, that's a good idea. So what we're looking for as we move along here is comments about if you have a concert coming up, and also ideas you have about what I should do for my 100,000 subscriber mark. So leave me those comments. The next thing I wanted to talk about is wanted to make sure you guys check out my latest 2 videos. I have some pretty cool videos I just put up. Yesterday, I put up a fun video where I did a long note contest to see if I could outplay a fidget spinner. So one of my friends, I'm sure you guys have heard of these fidget spinner things. One of my students brought one into school, and we were trying to spin it, and I was trying to hold a note on the trumpet to see if I could outlast the fidget spinner. And I didn't quite make it. But you could possibly do it if you do something called circular breathing. And maybe I'll talk about circular breathing a little bit later. But check out my video on that. And the week before, I had a really cool video with Carol Jansch, who is a tuba player in the Philadelphia Orchestra, and we played Uptown Funk together. That was a lot of fun. So check out my latest videos. Make sure you give those a like and a comment. Let me know other requests you might have. The next thing I wanted to talk about, we're going to have a Q&A a little bit later. The next thing I wanted to talk about is what I've been doing this week at school. Like I said, it's concert season, and you guys are continuing to comment about your concert dates and your songs you're playing at your concert. So this week, I'm playing at our high school for the high school spring musical. Okay, so do any of you guys have musicals at your school where you have folks who are on stage singing and acting in a play, but you also have a pit orchestra where you accompany the singers with your instruments? So the musical that we're doing is this one right here. We're doing this musical this weekend at our high school. So has anyone ever heard of this show? And if you know anything about Broadway shows, the person that composed this musical also composed another musical more recently that became extremely famous, and everybody knows this guy for the musical he wrote. This musical and the one after this one. So if anyone gets the right answer to that, I will give you a shout out. The quiz question I'm asking you is if you know who wrote this. It's called In the Heights, and he also wrote, no, it's not Wicked, or is your school doing Wicked? Nightmare Child says Wicked. See if anyone gets this answer. So I just wanted to show you this because when you play in a pit orchestra, especially if you play woodwind instrument, okay? Anyone out there play flute or clarinet or saxophone? Give me a shout out. Or oboe. If you play in, there it is, Timmy Daya got the right answer. Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's very good. Great job. A couple of you guys got the right answer. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote this, and he also wrote another really famous musical, and we'll see if anyone else gets it. What's the name of his other musical that he wrote that's super famous? So this is called In the Heights, and this is for, let's see, can you see all the instruments there? It says at the top, it says reed. So they're Hamilton. Katie Kaler got the right answer. Good job, Katie. It's Hamilton. So In the Heights, you can see on the book where all the music is, for me, it says reed. And reed refers to all of the woodwind instruments. So look at all these crazy instruments I have to play, all in one performance. I have to play all these instruments. I'll read them to you. Flute, piccolo, clarinet, soprano sax, alto sax, tenor sax, and baritone sax. So believe it or not, if you play in a professional, yes, Katie, I think you're asking, do you play them by yourself? Yeah, one person has to play all of these instruments if you play in the pit orchestra. And so that seems kind of crazy, right, that one person could play all of these. But a professional woodwind player, all the folks in New York that are playing on the Broadway shows, they are super talented and skilled. They can play all of these instruments. So I'm just going to show you in the music, it tells you, so in this song, you're supposed to play alto sax. Yeah, you have to switch. Victor asked, how do you switch so fast? So they write the music, you have your alto sax music, and then let's see if we can find a switch. Usually they always give you like at least 3 or 4 measures to switch your instrument. So where do we have a switch? Okay, right here. So right here, we're playing alto sax, and then you have 7 measures rest, and you're supposed to play the flute in the next part of the song. So it can be a little bit crazy picking up instruments and putting them down and making sure you don't damage your instruments picking them up. But it's a lot of fun to play in a pit orchestra. So if your high school has a pit orchestra, first of all, give me a shout out if you've ever played in a pit orchestra. And it's something you should try out. It's a lot of fun. You can also do it on any of the band instruments. Faith Ganaway said that has to be hectic. Yes, it's pretty crazy sometimes, but that's why we rehearse many times and you get used to all the switches. I want to show you I want to show you, I have my instruments out, kind of in the setup that I use when I do the high school musicals. So perfect question. That guy asked, how do you keep all the instruments near you? Okay, I'm about to show you. So I started off today's live stream by playing my soprano sax, and I have a soprano sax stand that I put right next to me. I'm going to pick you up right now. I'm going to show you my setup that I use when I'm playing in a pit orchestra. So if you look down here, I have a instrument stand. So it's a stand that goes on the floor, and it has two hooks for two saxophones. I have my my tenor sax here. I want to make sure you can see this. My tenor sax, my alto sax is here, my clarinet is here, and my flute is here. So when I'm switching between the different instruments, I just have to reach down, pick up, put it down, and pick up what I need and do a real quick switch over with my neck strap. So it is pretty crazy, but it's a ton of fun. So if you can get a chance to play in a high school musical, you should definitely do that. We are pretty much wrapping up all the things I wanted to talk about. Let me answer some of your questions. How much money do those stands cost? Monster Jam Collection asked me, how much do one of those instrument stands cost? I would say they range from about, you can get one for probably around $30, or a single saxophone stand or clarinet stand. It's probably in the range of $20-ish. If you want to get one that holds multiple instruments, that can go up in price, maybe $40, $50, or if you get a really super nice one, you can probably spend more than that. Someone asked, why don't I have a bass clarinet? This particular musical doesn't call for bass clarinet. I do play bass clarinet. I don't have one. I have a couple instruments. Even though I own a whole bunch of instruments, there's a couple instruments that are on my wish list that I'd like to buy. I want to buy a baritone sax, I want to buy a bass clarinet, and I want to buy an oboe. So those are on my list. Let's get some more questions here. You can ask me questions about instruments or suggestions on 100,000 subscribers, what I should do. Why don't I do a song using all the instruments? That's a great idea. Stephen Welsh asked me, why don't I do a song with all the instruments? I will do something like that. If you go to if you look through my old videos on my channel, I did one on Star Spangled Banner where I played, there's like 6 different versions of me, and I play alto sax, clarinet, and flute, and tenor sax on the Star Spangled Banner. Someone asked, do I wash the clarinet in water? No, you should definitely not wash a clarinet in water, because if your clarinet's made out of, well, first of all, if your clarinet's made out of wood, definitely not. And all clarinets have, let me show you. All clarinets have pads here. There's a clarinet pad, okay? This is the little thing that's inside the key that seals the hole so the air doesn't leak out. You don't want to get your clarinet pads wet, because they can it can degrade them, and you'll need to get them replaced. To clean a clarinet, you just pull your cleaning swab through the clarinet, and that's a video I could do sometime soon. Where is my soprano? I was just showing it. Someone asked me where my soprano is. DNC asked me where my soprano is. It's right here. More questions. It looks like we're going right into the Q&A portion. So this is Ask Mr. Selfridge a Question. And other things I want to hear from you on the comments on our chat is I'd like you to tell me what songs you're playing at your concerts, if you have a concert coming up for school, and also your ideas of what I should do for my 100,000 subscriber video. Okay, Nightmare Child asked me, what size reeds do I use? For most of my saxophones and actually for all my saxophones and clarinet, I use about a 3 medium. Okay, a 3, but not 2. The Rico Jazz Select Diodario reeds have medium, soft, and hard. I go 3 medium. Okay. Swara is saying that they are playing the Cave You Fear. That is an awesome concert band piece. I conducted that one year with our honors middle school group. Regal March by Montego Bay, alto saxophone. Your username is alto saxophone. That's cool. Sebastian is playing Scorpion. Derp Studios says, remember me? Yes, I do. Victor said, what instrument do I start off on? I don't know if you mean me or what I suggest for students to start on, but for me, I started on clarinet, and I really liked it. I kind of stuck with it, and I was into it. And then in high school, I got really into, I heard the jazz band play, and I got really excited about playing jazz. So I kept playing the clarinet, and I added in the saxophone, and I really started practicing a whole lot. And I got pretty good that way by practicing. Saul Cabrera is going to play Alien Invasion. That's another good one that I've played before. These are going by fast. Sorry, guys, I'm missing some of you. Stephen Welsh asked me, what's my favorite composer? For concert band, I have so many favorite composers. I love Brian Balmage's a friend of mine. He writes great stuff. You've probably played one of his pieces. He writes really great stuff. We just had a piece written especially for our middle school group by a friend of mine named Travis Weller, who is another really great concert band composer. So there's a ton of composers that I like. There's another vote for Alien Invasion. Got some more comments coming through here. Questions. Fletcher asked me, do I like jazz or classical music better? I would say honestly, and I'm not just saying this, it really is a tie, because it would be really hard for me to pick between jazz or classical. There's so much music that I love in both styles of music that I would say I love them both equally. They're both amazing. I want to give a shout out to Sam. Hi, Sam. Okay, Katie Kaler, do I have any suggestions for jazz alto mouthpieces? I play on tenor. I play a mouthpiece called Jody Jazz. They're really good. Standard, Van Doren makes really awesome jazz mouthpieces. There's my biggest suggestion for you, if you're trying out mouthpieces, is that you go to a music store that has a lot of mouthpieces to choose from, and they will let you try them out. Believe it or not, they'll let you try them out. They'll sterilize them. They'll spray them with that. Does your band director have that spray that they spray on instruments to kind of clean them? They'll spray the mouthpiece, and so it's clean. And just try as many mouthpieces as they have. Try them all, right? And make sure you bring a couple good reeds with you that you know that you like the reed. And then you bring your instrument, and you just go from mouthpiece to mouthpiece. Spend like an hour, as long as it takes. Play them all, play your high notes, your low notes, and you just basically pick out the one that you like the best. There's really no rules of when it comes to one mouthpiece is better than the other. Try them out, pick the one that works the best for you. Okay, let's see here. Domingo has a concert this Tuesday. They're playing some songs. Okay, these are going by quick. Let's see if I can grab a question. Faith is playing Sakura in the concert coming up. That's a great piece. Sam wants to know where I live. I live around the Philadelphia area, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Someone asked, Sonny Rollins or John Coltrane? I guess you're asking me who's my favorite. Wow, that's a really tough one. But they're both amazing. I'm going to play... does anyone know who Sonny Rollins is? He's a really famous saxophone player. He wrote this song. Name that tune. Okay, the Stiffish Bog 6. Got it right, St. Thomas. That's a tune called St. Thomas by Sonny Rollins. Do I know Kenny G? Derp Studios? No, I don't know Kenny G, but he seems really cool. I would like to meet him. Let's see, more. Victor wants to know if I know how to play the bari sax. That's B-A-R-I, the bari sax. Yes, I do, and I just don't have one with me. But it's the same as all the other saxophones. It's just bigger. Kira is playing Apollo Fanfare. Everything is awesome. Oh, you have a band piece of Everything is Awesome. That's great. That's really cool. Paige asked me, do I play the oboe? I play the oboe. Oboe is, of all the woodwind instruments, oboe is the one that I probably need to work on the most. But I love the oboe. It's a beautiful instrument. And I know I have an oboe student at school, and he always yells at me for not having enough oboe videos on my channel. So I need to add in some more oboe videos. Maybe we'll get a special guest teacher who can do some oboe videos on my channel. Sebastian asked, do I play French horn? I play a little French horn. I'm better at the woodwind instruments, but we'll have to get Miss Burkhardt in here to do some more French horn videos. There's a lot of you guys playing this song called Turbo Rock, so I bet that's a really cool piece. I'm going to check it out. We're going to do a little bit more of our Q&A here. We're going to wrap it up in a few minutes. But remember, one other thing I want you to do in the comments and also in the chat is I want you to give me some ideas of what I should do when I reach 100,000 subscribers, because that's going to happen with all good luck. I hope that's going to happen this month, or in May. Natalie Scott asked me, do I play bells or percussion? Yes, I do. I have a couple videos where I've played some bell songs for you. And I also I really like to play drums. I'm getting pretty good at drum set. I had a friend in college who showed me some basic things on the drum set, and I always love to play drum set whenever I can. Let's see. Domingo says, I play a P. Marriott alto saxophone. P. Marriotts are awesome. I really like P. Marriotts. They're beautiful instruments. They look really cool, and they sound amazing. So I do like the P. Marriotts. Luis, I already gave you a shout out, but there's another shout out. So a shout out to Luis Gonzalez. Domingo loves the P. Marriott. Art for Fun is playing Gypsy Dance. Wow, there's some really good question, you guys. Thank you for these. Sebastian wanted to know how's life. Thank you, Sebastian. That's very nice of you to ask. My life is going great. I'm having a great time hanging out with you guys. Mr. Anonymous asked, what do I think about, let me put my soprano sax down. Mr. Anonymous asked me, what do I think about metal mouthpieces? And the answer is, metal mouthpieces can be really cool on saxophone, but I would never use a metal mouthpiece when I'm playing in a concert band or an orchestra, right? A metal mouthpiece is really designed when you are going to be playing a jazz or a rock or a funk solo, and you're going to be the lead instrument. A metal mouthpiece really projects your sound and makes it brighter and bolder. If you're playing in classical style or a concert band, you definitely want to go with a hard rubber or some other material other than metal. So a lot of professional players have more than one mouthpiece. Apostrolo Alex asked if I can play Pink Panther on the clarinet. You want me to play that right now? I might play. I'll play a little bit of Pink Panther. Oh, that reminds me. Starting, I think, next week, or at least maybe 2 weeks, I'm going to start having some special guests on my live stream. And I'm also going to have some new trumpet videos coming out with Mr. Walton, who's going to do Pink Panther on trumpet. So that's coming very soon. I'm going to play a little Pink Panther on clarinet. Okay? Crash asked if I can play Imperium on the clarinet. Imperium is an awesome band piece. I don't have it in front of me. I would play it for you. We're going to do a few more questions. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know it's an unusual time for my live stream. Can I attempt to play Flight of the Bumblebee on the clarinet? Okay, Alyssa. Now, I've gotten some requests from Flight of the Bumblebee, and this is actually a song I haven't ever really practiced. But I do know that Flight of the Bumblebee starts, let's see. This is all I know. How's it go? I forget how it goes. How would it go? Oh boy. So, yeah, obviously a song I need to practice or learn. Flight of the Bumblebee is a good opportunity to practice your chromatic scale and your special chromatic fingerings on the clarinet. There's all these different fingerings that you're supposed to use when you play your chromatic scale, right? So, D, 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 this one right here. That's the alternate B natural. Okay, let's get a couple more questions. I might play another song or two. Oh, I'm getting some repeated questions from you guys. Sorry, someone asked me about where to buy a soprano sax. Ask me that question again. I missed it. Let's see. Can you play Mask Off? Okay. I'm going to admit that I don't know what that is. One of you guys tell me what that is. Do I play bassoon? Monica, I don't play bassoon. I mean, I learned it in college, but that's an instrument I really would need to practice to get good at. Please look it up. I will. So we'll do a few more questions, and then we're going to wrap it up. Queen Maddie said, can I play Dynamite on the clarinet? Sure. It's been a while. Ooh, can I play Take 5 on the sax? Maybe I'll do Take 5. I'll do that next time. Right now, I'm going to do Dynamite on the clarinet because it's been a while since I played that. Dynamite is one of my first YouTube videos I ever did. There is your request for Dynamite. We're heading close to the 30-minute mark. And so I'm going to wrap up our question time here. I might take one or two. Thank you, Natalie. Natalie said I'm amazing. That's really nice. Can't Stop the Feeling. There's a request. Darkland March. I don't know that one. Oh, someone asked about a soprano sax cost. Okay. Soprano saxes can range from... Okay, so I'd say the least amount of money that I would recommend spending on a soprano sax, a good quality, what you have to be careful of is there are saxophones you can buy that the price is really low, but they don't always work out so well because they tend to have problems and they break. If you're going for to buy a soprano saxophone, you'd want to look at ones that are at least around $1,500, somewhere in there, $2,000. It's pretty expensive, unfortunately. This soprano sax costs several $1,000, above $4,000. Really professional instruments can cost a lot of money. But they're worth it because after you invest in them, they will give you a lifetime of working perfectly as long as you just keep them keep them in tune and keep them tuned up by an instrument technician. Okay, let's see a few more questions. And can I play the whole solo of Careless Whisper? I'd have to look that up. Eagle Summit March. I don't know that one. I can help you with that, though. Okay, Alyssa asked me, how do I play vibrato on the clarinet? Vibrato, V-I-B-R-A-T-O, is when a musician, a person playing a wind instrument, or a singer, it's when you take a note that would normally just be a straight tone, ba, and a professional singer adds a little bit of sort of a little wavering to the note, and it sounds what we're used to hearing it from professional singers. It sounds really nice. It's instead of being a straight note, ba, it's ba. A really good singer sounds really good when they do that. So on an instrument, we try to do the same thing. We try to imitate the human voice. So whether it's a soprano sax or a clarinet or another type of saxophone, we generally do it by, we sort of move the reed with our bottom lip and our teeth, and you kind of move the reed back and forth like this. It's like see that? Wah, 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 wah. It's very subtle. So here's what it sounds like on soprano sax. I'm going to zoom in so you can see my band face here. Hear that little wavering to the sound? Sounds kind of nice, doesn't it? Natalie Scott asked me if I can sing. I really like to sing. I don't have the most beautiful voice in the world, but I do like to sing. So the person who's asking about vibrato, it's the same thing on saxophone as clarinet. On clarinet, you pretty much only use vibrato in jazz, though. Okay? In concert band, you generally don't use vibrato. But a little wah, 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 wah. That's happening right here, right on the reed like that. Okay, so folks, you guys have just asked me some really awesome questions, okay? Really great questions. Leave more questions in the comments. Think about questions for next week. I hope to do another live stream, and I might even have a special guest. So remember, also in the comments, leave me, I would like to hear about your concerts that are coming up, songs that you're playing, and leave me some ideas. I need some really good ideas of what to do to celebrate my 100,000 subscriber mark, which I'm hoping is going to happen in a couple weeks. So I want you guys to help me out. Share my channel with your friends. Encourage your friends and folks to subscribe to the Mr. Selfridge channel. And we're going to hit that 100,000 mark with your help. And then the really exciting part comes where I get to show you my silver play button, which comes about a month or two later. So, thanks everybody. Katie Kaler said thank you so much. You're welcome. Thanks everybody. Art for Fun says bye. Gregory, Zach, shout out. Angel, Greg, okay. Luis, Luis, this is your third shout out, buddy. But there's a shout out, okay? Unknown says thank you. Iron says peace out. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. All right, so I'm going to try to tune in again next week with another live stream, and that's all for now. Okay, so everybody, practice your instruments and have a great week. Okay, see you later. Bye.